Hello, my friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How is life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope everything is wonderful. Today should be the start of Gen Con. I mean, it technically is. You can go to gencon.com and there's a convention and you can sign up for events and people are teaching games online and demos and product launches and whatever, but it's not Gen Con, right? It's just a facsimile of it. I attended my first Gen Con in 1996, so this would have been 25. That's a lot, right? I was there in Milwaukee, and I loved Milwaukee. Milwaukee was probably... Let me take that back. If you ever went to Gen Con in Milwaukee, Milwaukee was a wonderful place for Gen Con. It felt very intimate, and there were some really awesome restaurants and stuff right near the convention center. And I miss going to Milwaukee for Gen Con. Going to Indianapolis is just kind of, it is what it is. When you get west of Columbus, you just enter flatlands for hours, and you just drive through corn until you get to Indianapolis, and it's just this perfectly flat city in the middle of nowhere, right? And it's fine, but it doesn't have a lot of character. It has manufactured character. They have canals and stuff, and there's some interesting sights and there's some good things to see, but the whole process of getting there is just kind of boring. Whereas going to Milwaukee, it's a little bit more rustic, a little bit more secluded. It's a little bit undulating, at least. It's not just flat, and it's a different place. But I can remember the feeling of 96, 97, 98, going to those Milwaukee Gen Cons was always like, the city was happy to have us. At that time it was probably 30,000-ish. It hadn't grown to what it has been grown to. It couldn't grow to what it is now in Indianapolis. At that time it was like 30,000, maybe 40,000 people. It wasn't 60,000 people. It wasn't, maybe even it was only 20,000. I don't know. It was a smaller number of people, and it was already pushing the limits of the city, and it just felt like, though the city wanted us there, the people were not happy that we were in their spaces, taking up their restaurants. We felt unwelcome, essentially. But it was, that was my first... That might have actually... No, I think I went to Dragon Con was my first, working for a company trip. Or maybe it was Origins. I don't remember. But that summer was my first working for a company. I was working for United States Playing Cards. We did Origins. We did Dragon Con. We did Gen Con. We did Chicago. We did a whole bunch of conventions that summer, and I really got hooked into the board game industry, and it's been a part of my life for 25 years now. I've been in and out of shows with companies. I've gone as just myself. I was what I called a pedestrian for a very long time. I didn't work for anybody because I just was kind of out of that, and I was working on game design and stuff. But this would have been 25 years, and it feels weird to not be tired, I should have just kind of ended a shift and been exhausted. And this is the first time, 2014 was when I met Ignacy, and we did Gen Con that year. And this is the first time I haven't been a real part of the crew. Even in 96, I was part of the crew, but I was still just a demo team person. I just showed up and did my shifts and left. Since 2014 with Ignacy, I've been running the show essentially for him, setting the booth, getting all the shipments taken care of, getting all the product displays taken care of, handling pricing, handling customers. I've done a lot. And so I always joke that Gen Con is my favorite vacation and it's also the only vacation that I have that I work harder than I do any other point in my life, and it's very true. For the last 6 years, Gen Con has been my vacation. That's my 1 week a year that I just go do something for me, and it's very hard work. It's very sweaty work and very literally physically hard, but also mentally exhausting. But it's some of the best times I've had in my life, and to not have any of that at all this year, no conventions at all, has just been really strange. I miss all of my convention family, even though for the past like 3-ish years, I've been kind of falling out of all of that. I haven't been playing games like I used to. I haven't been nearly as involved with Portal games as I used to be. We have a new person who does all the stuff that I used to do, but I still miss all the people. I still miss going to the booths and seeing the faces and saying hi. And even though I'm not connected in that way anymore, I'm not representing a company anymore. I just, I'll always represent Portal Games. I'll always be a member of that family. Nothing's going to take that from me. But even though I'm not a person that you come to when you have an issue with Portal Games, I still see all the friends that I made over those years and all the friends that I've made for the last 25 years. And to not have that family in my life right now, it's really bizarre. I never thought it would be. Like I'm a very good hermit. I'm super good at being reclusive. I'm super good at excluding people from my lives. In fact, I'm too good at it. I'm too good at not having friends. And it causes me to lose friends because I forget that there are other people in the world that would like to spend time with me. I forget that there are other people in the world that I would like to spend time with, and I forget to ask for their time, and I don't make myself as available as I should to them. But so this week, this absence of Gen Con, this is the week that I would have those friends for a week that I forget to ask for time, that I forget to talk to, that I don't keep up with because I'm a bad friend, and to not have that contact right now is even more hurtful because I have M, and I have my kids, and I have my friend Jeff, and that's kind of the only people that I've interacted with for the past 6 months. It's been really strange, or not 6 months, 4 months, but here we are. Gen Con should be happening. It is. If you're there, great, have fun, enjoy it. I'm not going to partake. I've got my kids. We're going to play D&D, maybe do some work in the shop. I've got a bunch of linoleum I need to cut up and do some screen printing or linoleum block printing with my oldest. So I've got lots of projects. I need to finish this birdhouse I started. And, I'm going to spend my weekend being busy. Hopefully, somebody goes to Gen Con and has a good time. I miss it. I can't wait for next year. Yeah. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being wonderful friends and amazing people. I really appreciate you. And I will see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is bromide. It is a noun meaning a cliche or tired saying used to express an idea without any thought or originality. Helen's Harvard education does not stop her from peppering her speech with insipid bromides. Bromide. B-R-O-M-I-D-E.